One of the Aaron Austin Show's favorite sponsors is R&J Discount Liquor. We find they have the best selection of bourbons and whiskeys probably in town.
Yeah, make sure you get with Dustin in there. That guy knows his stuff. It always points you in the right direction, and everything they got there is always at a good price. It's at Douglas and Hillside. Anytime you need some booze, go down to R&J.
Diaper Jam 2025, once again coming to you from Bourbon Street Bar and Grill on South Seneca.
Make sure you get out there April 19th. Aaron and Austin Show is going to be there all day long.
We got loads of bands and vendors. It's going to be a really good time. You should come out.
Bring a pair of diapers. You get into the door for free. Not 2 pairs, 6 pairs.
Yeah, me too. I need.
I don't know why I got pairs in my head.
Please wear diapers. It's a diaper jam.
You did wear diapers.
Yeah. Sacred Leaf is Wichita's favorite CBD store in town. Go check out Nikki. Tell her that the Aaron and Austin Show sent you. For the best selection of gummies and the highest possible legal THC that you can find in Wichita, go check out Sacred Leaf.
Whiskey Dick's definitely an Aaron Austin Show favorite. Get out there anytime. They have specials every day on food and drinks. They got happy hour from 3 to 6. And how many whiskeys they got in that place, Aaron?
I think they have the most whiskeys in town. And every Monday you can do any whiskey under $25 a shot for half price.
I think there's 700 plus in that building.
Probably so. So Mopigs is just north of West and Central in the old Game Exchange building.
And there's really, you can find a little bit of everything from collectibles to Pokemon cards to action figures to video games. They have a lot of cool stuff in there, and you can also get art by Stephanie Nash. Make sure you check out Mopigs and everything. PK Pest Management. For all your pest control needs, get with Austin or contact 316-305-7108. And it's also fly season, so if you need that fly spray, get with it.
On Tuesdays, you can usually find the Aaron and Austin Show hanging out at the Cowboy Inn. It's one of our favorite sponsors. Every Tuesday they have a open mic there hosted by Jacoby Lee Winter.
So get down and check us out on Tuesday nights and check out the Cowboy Inn all the time.
Check out the Rusty Nail for everyday food and drink specials, especially Hammer Time. Every day from 4 to 7, half-price drinks. And on Saturdays, we have some of the best live music in town.
Get with PK Pest Management for all of your pest control needs. 316-305-7108. For any termite inspections or anything under the sun, we'll take care of any problem that you have.
Be sure you visit the Jukebox on Seneca and Walker. They have great daily drink specials and karaoke and live music on the weekends. Go check out the Jukebox.
Great food today from Papa C's food truck, Papa C's Barbecue.
Yeah. I had a little brisket mac. That was good.
I just ate straight brisket today. We went down, didn't we, Annie?
Yeah, you went about a half pound of brisket.
Yeah, we went straight brisket today. It was delicious.
Good.
Thank you. And we always love to get Angie's Tacos at the Cowboy after. Angie's got the tightest tacos in town, so make sure you get over there.
If you make that her slogan, I swear to God.
I'm trying my hardest. But and she's also at Shamrock some nights, so it follows Angie's Tacos.
She's
all
been
over the place.
expanding. Yeah,
Yep.
she's been doing it.
Are we here? Boom. 168. 168. We got Matt Bauler's fucking birthday bash coming up, so we'll talk all about that. We got a ton.
Finally 21.
We got a lot. Yeah,
buddy.
we got a lot of fun coming up with that. I can't wait to dive into it. But first and foremost, get out to another. Well, first let's go with the Sonic Sunflower Festival.
So much fun.
So much fun. Annie and the whole Aaron Austin Show was involved in this. Annie ran stage 2, performed on stage 1. Me and Aaron were hosting day 2 on the main stage all day long. It was a fabulous festival out there. So shout out to
really cool location. You're running out to Pete's Puddle.
Yeah. And it's
really cool.
About
really
45 minutes out of town anywhere you go from any little spot, 40 to under an hour. Anything under an hour is not
loads
even
of camping, like little ponds and stuff you can swim around in. And
I'm just glad that it was able to go through too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Was happening.
Yeah, and you're not wrong. I mean, how often does a festival get fucked with by county commissioners, and you actually still get to do the festival at the same place?
That's what I mean. Huge respect. Huge respect to those guys putting that on. They fought the county a little bit, found a way around it, and still had their festival in record time.
Well, that means
it was a matter of days.
Well, that means they had a lot of their ducks in a row going into it. So, like, that means you had your permits. You had a lot of.
Yeah.
I mean, I think only they had to replace one food truck that didn't have all their permits.
And
that's it.
And thanks to everybody that signed that petition, I think it helped.
I think so too.
Okay.
So anytime someone
there was hundreds of people signing.
Anytime
I signed it.
It was good. Yeah, right. Yeah.
And there was a ton of bands that killed it. Everybody brought their A game for that, especially
really
especially on the second day. Time and Space, Show Favorite killed it. Dakini, a band.
Dakini was great.
A band that I hadn't got to see before, really fucking nailed it too as well. Witch Cradle brought the fucking house down too as well. I mean, and I'll say the same for everybody. Flatland Dub Club gets better and better every time I see them. So that was just a beautiful fucking time out there, and we loved it. So hopefully we can be a part of that again next year. So. And then we got the Rusty Nail. One, we want to give them their 6th birthday party coming up Saturday, June 21st.
Oh, shoot.
They got a whole day going on out there. They're going to do a wet T-shirt contest. There's going to be limbo. There's going to be a hula contest. There's going to be fire dancers, a band. It's hammer time all damn day. So that means you get half price drinks all day long, and there's going to be a ton of Hawaiian style food out there. So that's going to be a fucking real cool
Hawaiian
day.
food, really?
Yeah, they have a couple.
Like
there's a lot
Noble
going on.
House coming out.
Yeah, I don't. There's a whole. It's on our. It's. I got it pinned on the top of the Aaron Austin show
Some
page
loco
right now.
moco.
So, but get out to the Rusty
Some
Nail.
spam masubi.
Without the Rusty Nail, without Whiskey Dicks, without RNJs, without the Cowboy and Jukebox and a ton of and Sacred Leaf and a ton of other people, there would be no Aaron and Austin show. So all of them, make sure you get out and support the thing, especially Rusty Nail. They got a really cool thing coming up, and it's a birthday party, and that segues us right into why we're here for Matt's birthday. So it's about perfect. So this guy lucks out and gets a birthday on the Friday the 13th. So nails it. And
How often does that happen?
Not very often.
Like every couple of years, I've been
Right.
alive.
Well, what I like is you had the foresight to plan it out. So that's what.
Yeah, I started planning this in October.
So let me
yeah.
let me give Matt his flowers and ICT Live their flowers real quick. You always don't miss an opportunity like that, and I love that about you. I love that, knowing that that's coming up, and to schedule something like this on that is fucking brilliant. So we got definitely give you props for that. So introduce your guys yourself real quick and tell everybody what's coming up. Good. Boom.
Hi, I'm May from Madame May Horror Frights. I run a horror movie show here in town. And on Thursday, we're actually, I want to say we're celebrating your birthday because I have a little surprise for you that day, too. But Matt and I have known each other now. When did you contact me?
Let's see, that was, I'd say, right before you had the showing of Signs.
That's right, yeah. So back in December, January. So that's how long we've been communicating for. But I'm excited to be here.
So what's your gig? What's your thing?
Yeah, so...
what is Horror Frights?
Yeah, kind of deep dive us in there. Tell us what it's all about it.
Absolutely. So I'm actually originally from North Carolina. I've lived all over the country, but when I was there about 2 years ago, right before I moved here, I was working at a black box theater behind a popcorn stand, and the creative director came over to me and was like, "Oh, May, you're kind of spooky. Do you want to put on an Elvira show for us?" And I was like, "Oh, I would love to." And actually, funny enough, Friday the 13th was one of the very first ones I was thinking of because I really wanted to bring horror back to the theaters and have people experience these cult classics in a theater full of other people who might be watching it for the first time, because that adrenaline rush, you just can't get that at home.
Oh, yeah.
And so whenever I moved from North Carolina to here, I brought my show with me. And so I've been doing it here for about 2.5 years now, which has been really fun. And so it's like a 3-hour event, sometimes 3.5 hour, depending on how long the movie is. But it's split into 3 different segments. The first one's our pre-show, where we'll play trivia, you can win prizes. Our last show, we did Evil Dead down in Arkansas. And so my friend Katie, who was our special guest, actually had a mini chainsaw signed by Bruce Campbell, which is what we gave away for the trivia winner.
Excellent.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then we usually do a local film creator, and so we'll do a short film by somebody local, and then we'll do the first part of the movie, have our intermission, do a second part of the movie, and then we'll always have a post-show discussion about the movie afterwards. That way people can talk about how it's affected their lives, kind of the cultural impact. Sometimes I have burlesque dancers and drag performers come. I had a magician at one point. So it's just a lot of fun.
Awesome. Have you done this in Wichita?
Yeah, I was actually at the...
Where at? Where have you done it?
I was
Like
at the...
venue-wise and stuff.
I was at the Tallgrass Film Center for 2 years.
Epic.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Where's that? I don't even know where that's at.
It's actually down the street, on First and Market.
Well, that's embarrassingly close. That I don't know where it's at.
Okay. Yeah, I was part of the film festival last year, and I did Young Frankenstein.
And I'm not going to lie to you. We have, as the Aaron and Austin show, been trying to, as we try to promote every platform, I feel like cinema is the one that, like local cinema is the one that we're...
And I think it's huge.
Well, I just don't...
There's a lot going on.
It's just that it's neither one of our bag. So we're just... Anybody that you guys here today, or anyone...
We're not...
Ketone was someone that we at least got into with some of the things. But we, especially at the Hyde Out, like anything cinema is always fun to deal with,
Yes.
like especially local, because there's a lot of.
It's not a thing that we usually interface with, but we totally support it. There is a movie screen down there in the venue space of the Hideout. That's an actual silver screen. There's a paint that you buy that has silver in it, and it reflects like in HD quality.
Nice.
And
So what if you have a werewolf on that screen?
I was gonna say vampire movies are out.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like a blank screen the entire time.
Okay, so is the silver more? Is it more a problem for the werewolves or vampires?
Well, that's why you can't see vampires in mirrors, is because everything was silver backed. But you
See.
kill.
Okay, look at
werewolves
you
with
dropping
it.
knowledge on people.
I would hope so. Yeah,
But thank God it's only the images of.
that's right.
So how did you find her to make this crazy shit happen in this week? What was the?
The first thing I was doing was I put the concert together on Friday, and then I was looking at Ari's schedule, and he didn't have anything, like the next.
Well, when
the
you
day
looked at
before.
the schedule first, you go, "Holy
Like
shit,
his
my
tour- like his
birthday's on
tour-
my birthday's on Friday the 13th."
like his tour schedule, and so I asked her. I said, because she's had a celebrity before. You brought in somebody from Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, Mark Donovan.
Nice.
Oh,
nice.
And
badass.
Yeah.
so
How fun was that?
I pitched her the idea. I said, "Hey, if I can ask Ari if he wanted to come in the day before, you think we could show Friday the 13th?"
So it's a good time. Let's explain who Ari is, and he's going to be here. He's
Right,
going to
yeah.
be here on
He's involved in
Thursday.
both events.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ari Lehman is the first Jason, the OG, the boy in the water. So if you watch the first movie, he's the kid that comes up from the boat.
How can you not come see and hang out with that dude at both days?
All right.
And this year is the 45th anniversary of that movie.
And you're
Wow.
turning 45.
I'm
No, we're not that lucky.
actually just 40. But no, I mean, I throw a birthday show every year. This
Yeah.
is my 40th birthday. It's on Friday the 13th. I
The
hit up
stars
Ari.
aligned, dude. The
Yeah.
fucking stars aligned.
I hit
Yeah.
up Ari. He was super cool. He's been super cool this entire time. He wanted a certain amount for a deposit. He let me make it in installments, and
Great.
so yeah, he's been super cool, and he's told me he's had so many people hit him up about
Yeah.
shows on Friday the 13th. Like, we're in Wichita that day.
I mean, you are asking a lot from the first Jason Voorhees to come. I bet he's got.
On Friday the 13th.
On Friday
to
the
make it
13th,
go.
right.
Yeah.
but
He
like,
does conventions and all that stuff.
I
Yeah.
mean, but the stars aligned here, Matt, and that you were probably the reason why is everybody loves to deal with you, and you're always ahead of it. You're like, oh, I can't even imagine your wheels turning when you went, holy shit, my birthday's on Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Yep.
So
That's when I started planning that shit in October.
I really wanted to say thank you for letting the Hideout be a part of your birthday party shit.
Oh, yeah,
for
this is
sure,
awesome.
brother. For sure.
It's gonna be
So-
great.
So if you guys don't know, Thursday this week and Friday,
And this is
where it's
all
happening.
ages.
Yeah, so all ages,
all
non-alcoholic. Bring your kids, bring your family. So run us through what it's going to look like when people show up on Thursday here at the Hideout.
Oh, we're gonna have all kinds of great decorations. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Really?
So-
tell both
We're
of you.
going
Let us
on?
know.
So I'm really
Epic.
excited. My show, I just try to make it really interactive. I'm just a woman that loves to watch horror movies and have fun.
Yeah.
And so I have like a fog machine. I always have my floodlights. I have these candles that I have that are like battery powered, and I always try to make it kind of moody. And then because we are celebrating a birthday and we have other things going on, I have some very fun games we're going to play. And I don't want to spoil too much, but if you've been to my shows before, we usually do trivia, but then I also have bingo that people can play, which is you'll get a bingo card, and during the movie, if you get a bingo, you'll get a prize at the end. And so it's
And
just
what-
I'm so in.
And what movie are we
Sounds
watching?
the first
The,
Friday.
the first
Yeah.
Friday the
1980.
13th.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and is he watching it with us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, he'll be doing commentary during the whole thing. and
Oh,
everything.
really? He'll be like talking about it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That's
that's
awesome. That's so good.
And we're also working on, if you guys are watching this right now, we're working on maybe trying to put together 10, 20, 30 hour, whatever we can get out of him, podcast before that goes on that night to promote the show, get him up here in the Aaron and Austin Show studio and
I love to talk to him.
and talk to
So
him on
many
Thursday.
questions.
Because
Right.
we'll be here Thursday, so come out. And what are we charging for this?
You can get tickets in advance online for $23. If you want to pay at the door, it's $20. Day show.
Oh, this is gonna be
Hell
This is
yeah.
gonna be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
So how did you know that? Okay, so how did you know that this was a possibility to even get him to come?
I mean, it started with just hitting him up and saying, hey, if you're available on June 13th.
Well, so you had to know
Yeah.
that the first Jason was Ai Lehman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had no fucking
I mean,
idea.
as
and be like,
as a movie
okay,
nerd in general,
I
yeah,
wonder what
I-
Ari's doing.
How many of them
and
are
then
there?
reach
Like,
out. and
I knew
find
he's.
out.
I've always known he's had a band.
That's amazing.
And,
He has a band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course he
that's-
does.
Can we
Of
have
course
his
he-
band?
Of course
Yeah,
he
no,
fucking
they're
does.
playing Barleycorns.
Oh, fucking, I love this.
Fuck the fuck off.
This. I love this.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't know that his band was
We ain't even
playing
got into the
that.
Barleycorns part of it yet.
Fucking
Right.
All right, I love
And it's
this.
called the First Jason.
Yeah, first Jason.
Yeah.
I'm in.
That's the name of his band.
Yeah, he plays the
I would
guitar.
li-
He's a mean motherfucker.
Oh,
on that
he
He
doesn't-
plays
guitar,
the
dude.
guitar.
He
He
doesn't
does.
even
He's
need
a
a bassist.
mean motherfucker on
He
that
doesn't
guitar.
even need bases. Do you have jealous are you right now?
Well, not everybody can be awesome. I mean, it's okay.
But anyway, so still Thursday we got. So you come in, you're running the show, hosting,
And decorating.
and we're watching the first Friday the 13th movie with the goddamn
With
guy who
the
plays.
OG Jason Voorhees.
So if you are a horror movie fan and you don't come to this, what are you doing with your life on a Thursday?
Yeah, on a Thursday. We made it on a Thursday.
Yeah. Talk about the ultimate pregame.
How do you not?
Really?
I mean, a lot of people are deep into that horror movie world. I mean,
they
how do
are.
you? This is like it's hard to miss if you're that person. I always, the horror movies they just scare me too much.
Oh, they're so wonderful, though. I love them.
Well, I just don't want people. As long as I got to watch you get dismembered, I love horror movies.
Yes.
There's always this kind of beat quality to old school horror.
Those are
movies
the
that
ones I
really
like more.
Yeah,
I-
same.
So I mean, we
I'm very
feature.
much like John Waters fan. Like that B movie thing
yeah.
is kind of with me.
Yeah,
You know, like-
and a little bit of corniness and a little bit of
Yeah,
like
campy,
We always
let's
run
go.
upstairs type campiness.
yeah.
Like I like that shit. That's
Yeah,
funny.
same.
But I don't want to see somebody dismembered piece by piece. So that's just not fun.
So you're not a Walking Dead guy.
Yeah, I got a little too much empathy
You're,
in my life. I ain't got time for that
Okay.
shit.
Yeah.
See, I don't mind. I have like a threshold that I'll like watch. I don't mind seeing people's heads get chopped out. Intestines don't bother me. But when you mess with like nails or eyes or like
See,
teeth,
yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm
When
not
you
doing
start
it.
jamming
Yeah.
like a
nail.
stick up somebody's. Yeah, come on now,
I'm
I
not
got time
doing
for that.
it. Yeah.
Have you guys ever had that dream where your teeth fall
Yes.
out?
That means you're grinding your teeth in your
like,
sleep.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'm not about
that's
it.
like deep-seated psychological like things that I fear. you know?
Decapitation doesn't bother me.
It was the
Yeah,
same as
right?
it's the same as that dream when you try to fight somebody, but your punches are like super slow.
Oh,
You're like your hands made of fucking molasses.
Yeah, yeah.
God, that's
same.
ridiculous.
Or,
But-
or you're falling and you're trying to reach for the things and you can't grab one.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, this is really something special, and I hope, and I really want to thank you for including the Hideout on your birthday.
Yeah, straight up.
I mean, picking our venue to have this thing.
Yeah,
and
we needed a place to show the movie,
And we have a cool
and
movie screen.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I
do.
love,
We do.
I love that room down there. It's gonna
Yeah.
be perfect.
and,
Nice and intimate, man.
Oh, well, let's give a little
It's
shout
intimate.
out to what's this thing called going on tonight?
You're
Oh, yeah,
musician
yeah,
meetup.
yeah. So it's a musicians meetup.
Yeah, that's what the fuck it's called. I can't remember.
This was so fun, man. Lucasaurus Awesome
that's
is the guy's fucking name.
that's a great name.
He totally changed his name.
Lucasaurus,
And
awesome.
I respect him for it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
He's got to live with it, you know. But there it is. But he started this last month, and it got like a whole bunch of people out. I didn't know what to expect out of it, but he got a ton of people out, and it was awesome. And this is the second incarnation. I can't wait to see what it actually brings. But it sounds like it's doing great. Looked like it was doing awesome from when
Yeah, we fucked you guys over. We're like, they were like, didn't realize that the parking lot was going to be full when they showed up.
Yeah, maybe. You know.
As long as I don't get towed, I'll be fine.
So what's the trivia about? Is it just about the trivia of the movie that we're watching? Or are you bringing trivia from all around the world on scary movies? Or what are we about?
So every show
What
I
do
do
we
a
gotta
different
know?
trivia game. So this one is actually slasher / like 80s horror. So today I finished it, and it took me a long time to finish it because I go through and I make sure everything's fine, and I add in like videos and pictures. So the categories, for example, are like the first one is like the slashers, right? And so whatever you pick, you have to name the slasher from it. And then you have like the slashed, which is like the victim. So you got to tell us who the victim is and then what
Oh,
movie they
wow.
come
Shit,
from.
I'm not good enough at that.
It's really fun.
Matt, you'd probably be good at that.
yeah,
Oh,
well,
I nail it.
Yeah.
You killed
And then
that.
we have a final girls section, which is really fun.
Yes.
So
So,
I don't know if I'm good enough for that.
dude, I'm not. Horror movies is like the one.
I like horror movies, but
Yeah, I
I
do
don't
and I
know that
don't.
I'm like into the.
I do and I don't. Some of the screenplays are just fucking.
I don't know that I'm into this like subculture of it. You That's like
Oh, you'd be surprised what you know. Because one thing
Yeah.
that I did
Well, I've
is I
seen
went
a lot
through
of
to
them.
find pop culture references, and
Right.
like you find them everywhere. Like in SpongeBob,
Oh, it's
Family
true.
Guy, like you find them everywhere.
So, who's everybody's favorite? Go ahead, Matt. Well, you had something.
No, I'll just say I'm putting you both on the spot to name your favorite horror movie.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to. I was about to say the same exact thing. Same exact thing. My favorite horror.
I
movie.
still hate birds. If that tells you
Oh, okay.
anything, Alfred Hitchcock,
Yeah,
the birds,
the
like that.
birds.
That fucked with me a little bit. I don't like birds.
What,
I still don't like.
what was the first? What was the? They made one since then. It really fucked with me a little bit. Where was it called Strangers? Where like the people with masks just
Strangers?
The
fucked with people
Strangers?
in the house.
Yeah.
That fucked with me a little bit. Like that, just like when you're out in the middle of and the dudes.
That one is realistic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are the ones that fuck with me a little bit. Like,
So-
The home intruder one.
yeah, where they just kind of trap you in your house and you kind of fucked in there.
Yeah.
And they're just out there, and it's like, hey man, can you like not be on my porch? And
Get off my lawn.
can you not be on my porch with a mirrored mask on and
Yeah.
fucking freaking me out, bro?
Right.
Like I don't want to deal with this right now. Trying to fucking watch Netflix in my room, and now I got a weird guy on my porch.
Right.
And like now there's 3 of you. Fuck, this is getting worse by the minute.
No,
Yeah.
for me, it was always like formative. You know, when I was young, they hit me different.
yeah.
You know, like they hit me different.
Yeah.
And now because I watched a bunch of horror movies when I was young, like bring it. You know what I mean? Bring
Yeah.
it.
Well, when
I'm
I
good.
became
I'm good.
when I
but, like,
became a dad is when some of those horror movies hit different for me.
Yeah.
Like when there's any assault scenes, like I can't fuck with that. Like
Yeah.
I like the first. What was the first Hills Have Eyes? Fuck.
No,
Ooh,
That,
shoots. Yeah,
first
that's
Fil-
good. Yeah.
that first Hills Have Eyes
There
and
you
go.
fucking, you leave them, and then there's some of those movies just leave you feeling like some kind of different way at the end.
Yeah.
You're just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And some of those are a lot of fun, but as long as there's like when there's assault scenes and stuff, like, I have too much empathy. So like, or somebody breaking their leg real hard, I like my whole leg hurts.
And it shows it.
Now I'm watching
bending
a
out,
movie.
bending
Now I'm
out
watching a
all-
movie and my fucking leg hurts. This is not that fun for me.
Yeah. It's like in a House of Wax, the remake, whenever they cut his Achilles heel,
Man.
like you see it go up
Yeah.
his leg and like destroy his muscle.
Yeah.
You're like,
Or when that big dude throws that hoe and all them needles.
oh yeah.
What is that? A
Saw
Saw
two?
movie?
Saw.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a Saw.
It's just
Yeah.
like you're
Yeah.
rolling around in needles. This is horrible for my life.
So, so I think there's also a thing of like the plausibility of
Yeah.
a thing. You know what I mean? Like Saw, that's just plausible. Like a motherfucker could do that.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
and like run these people through this.
So real question here was Saw,
And-
could you cut your fucking leg off? First movie.
to me,
I'd probably just
I-
die. I'd be like, no,
right.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I honestly, I just like put the dude to the test. I'm laying here, bitch.
Yeah, no, like,
I mean, I'm gonna die of starvation. I'm not cutting my leg off.
right.
What you gonna do? You gonna ride that little dude in here with the tricycle again? I'm gonna knock him off that thing. So like, what are you gonna do to me? I'm not cutting my leg off.
but that was always the line for me. Was like the plausibility of the horror.
Yeah.
You know. Now if this is some supernatural thing, you know.
Those I could be okay
Give
with
me some
'cause they're a little more fun.
popcorn.
They're a
Let's
little more
ride.
fun,
Yeah, this is fine. This is okay.
it's a little more fun.
You know, but when it's like plausible, that's when it kind of fucks with you.
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
is. Yeah. Or what's that one? The cabin, the last cabin, or
Cabin in the Woods.
Or-
yeah, cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
That's another one of them like strangers ones that you're like, fucked with this shit. Are you serious?
Audience participation. So Tia says 13 ghosts.
Oh,
I
13
did that
ghosts.
one last year. Oh, Human Centipede.
so what's and have you ever seen? There's another one. What's the
That's just
what's the
nasty.
walrus one?
Oh, Tusk.
Tusk. Tusk is awesome.
Tusk.
Well,
I,
I mean,
love Justin Long though. He's my man.
Same.
Justin Long
Yeah.
doesn't. I mean,
Same.
Justin
I
Long.
love him.
Yep.
Justin Long in Zack and Mary Make a Porno is maybe my favorite character of all time.
I just love him. Yeah.
If you see him as a gay porn star,
If
with
you
the
see Justin
quarterback-
Long in a horror movie, you know it's not going to end good for
It's
him.
true.
No,
It's
no.
over.
He got his ass kicked by Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
got turned into a walrus. Like
Barbarian.
slowly
Yeah.
turned into a walrus. If you haven't seen Tusk,
Johnny
What-
Depp's in that movie.
oh,
Really?
he
Yeah, he
he
has
has
a
a cameo.
cameo.
in
him
it,
and his
yeah.
daughter.
He's like that dude
Yeah,
with a
him
weird
and his
accent.
daughter, yeah. And then have you guys watched Yogi Hosers?
Yeah, Yoga Hosers.
It's with
Unhinged.
it's with Johnny Depp's daughter and Kevin Smith's
Smith's
daughter,
daughter, yep.
and they fight tiny Nazi bratwursts with hockey sticks.
What?
Sounds
It,
about right.
it is a great movie,
Yeah.
honestly.
I do love 13 Ghosts though. That was
Sounds
I
amazing.
did that show last year, and one thing that people don't realize with 13 Ghosts is that originally kind of nerding out, but originally it was done by like the Castle brothers back in like 1960s.
And how cool is
and
that house?
It's so cool. So originally how they did it though is in the theaters there was always some sort of gimmick. So like House on Haunted Hill, they actually flew in a skeleton over the audience, and it was called a Murgo. And then for 13 Ghosts,
No, wait. You went really quick by that.
oh sorry, so
They flew in a skeleton called a Murgo. What the fuck did you just say?
Over the entire audience, and I actually did that last year for my show.
Okay, that's amazing.
And then
Of the sitting audience for the movie.
yes, of the sitting
They
audience
flew.
for the movie,
Okay.
like on top of like the theater, like.
Added production.
All right.
And
Yeah.
so for 13
Awesome.
Ghosts, they made specific glasses that you could see the ghost while you were watching the film. It was like
So
the
like
red
3D
and blue
glasses
glows.
kind of, for the most part?
But when you took them off, you couldn't see them in the movie.
Well, I've heard,
Crazy.
and I
Awesome.
think it is in production unless the internet lies like a rug, which it does. But they are working on origin stories
Yes.
for all of those 13
Yes.
ghosts.
They're actually
like
based off
movies for-
zodiacs, too.
Yeah, well, it was a really in-depth story about those ghosts.
Yes.
That
Yeah, thought so.
that was tied into a really cool movie.
And they kind of
slash-
went really quickly through
Yeah,
them.
they did.
But-
Well, I mean, at that time, you didn't.
Well, you had to for an
well,
hour and a half movie.
Yeah,
or
they didn't.
whatever
Really,
was, so
it
that's
wasn't
fine.
at the time where you could make a 3-hour fucking.
Yeah.
Tony Shalhoub needs more screen time.
Yeah.
You know, no more ghosts.
Well, and you
And
put,
Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, of course, and him. I mean, how fun is that? And they even had what's her name with the. They even had the American Pie girl with the
Oh.
big Shannon Elizabeth.
And then
is
they
even
also
in that
had,
movie.
what was her name? The R&B singer is in it, too. She was the nanny. I can't
Oh,
remember.
you're right. Yeah, Queen Latifah's in that. No,
No, it's not Queen Latifah.
Who,
I don't
yeah, it
remember
is.
her
Let's
name.
just say it is. No, who is it? Who
I can't remember. It wasn't Ashanti. I can't remember her name. But she was an R&B singer.
What one is it? Damn. I hope if you know it online, tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If not, fuck off.
Well, that was really
Somebody
quick.
Google it.
I mean,
Somebody
really
Google it.
quick.
Somebody can Google it. But yeah, so it was a really cool idea to hire him back to back for 2 days. So what people don't realize is we're going to have this really fun day Thursday. So please come out. So $20 to get in. We got popcorn, the whole jam. We got concessions. You come in, hang out. You get to do Madame May's going to host the whole entire day, and then tomorrow. And then the following Friday, the next day, we're going to get our faces melted off over at Barleycorns.
With Ari's band.
So yeah, so explain the Friday.
What kind of music they do?
Well, it's Matt Bauer's birthday party.
It's gonna be heavy.
It's coming in hot.
It is, yeah. So we're going to have first Jason with Odds Against and Parthian.
Fuck yeah.
$25. Starts at 9, doors at 8.
So who's going on first? Is it Jason
Parthian.
Parthian?
Yeah, Parthian.
And what's the Jason dude's band's name?
First Jason.
First Jason.
Yeah, that's the band.
And they're headlining the show.
Right.
All right, bet. Have you heard any? What's their music like?
It's really great.
I wanted you to just say I haven't heard one fucking song. That's what I wanted you to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
name
a
3
jazz
songs.
quartet. It's a jazz
It's
quartet.
nothing. They just played like the same Jason song over. What's the Jason song? Like, yeah. It's just that. It's just that, and it never changes. You're like, Jesus, is it ever going to change?
Just
over?
different instruments.
Yeah. That'd be hilarious. But anyway, sorry. Don't worry about the stupid shit I'm saying. You guys bought into it. You were fucking playing that.
Well, what's your favorite horror movie? You never said.
The Texas Chainsaw
Well,
Massacre.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Which
dude,
version
so
of the very?
Yeah, the OG.
Oh, well, that
Gunnar
is probably
Hansen,
that is probably the
74.
best one. That probably is the best one.
Because you weren't there last year, but I did that. So every year I do like 4 charity events with my shows. So whenever I first started the show, I wanted to do Texas Chainsaw Massacre with a barbecue dinner. That was like my thing. So I did that last year, and we supported.
ballsy.
It was a lot of fun. We supported the Lord's Diner, so we donated a lot of food to them.
Well, Jesus Christ!
I love it. It's a lot of fun. Y'all, my shows are so fun. I came out in a
We had homeless
refrigerator.
people at the
It was so
barbecue for the
fun.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre show.
But that was actually the first time I've ever seen that version, and it got me. Like, I was watching it in the theaters, and I was just like, I literally screamed out loud, and I was like, at one part, and I was like, oh, yeah.
Man, there was something about.
You should do the Dark Lord.
Well, there was something about when you didn't have the technology to make the thing super scary.
Yeah.
Making the anticipation of there being a thing
the suspense
was
yeah.
such a
Yeah.
beautiful
And the
art
noises
form.
they made.
Wow.
Yeah, just the music could change
You
the whole
had to
fuck
rely
off.
on the music. You had to
I mean,
rely
the-
on no CGI. All the special effects. Man-made. Tom Savini did the special effects for the first Friday the 13th.
One of my favorite, and I don't know if it's a horror movie by genre, but What was that movie where like John Cusack was in the hotel? 1402.
1408.
Oh.
1408. Then, yeah, 1408.
Well, then there's Identity,
That was one of
too.
my favorites.
That was pretty good.
Make your own kind
Oh, yeah.
of music.
Oh, that one's
Samuel L.
a creep.
Jackson shows up in the most random movies.
Oh,
Like,
he
I was
shows up
watching-
in the best movies.
Well, Jurassic
I love
Park,
him.
I was watching that one the other day in a school I was working at, and I was like, oh, Samuel L. Jackson's in here.
Random.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he's like the.
We're gonna lose a
computer
lot
thing.
of those great actors, unfortunately, here pretty soon. But like, man, Samuel L. Jackson, Morgan Freeman, a lot of those dudes show up in just like some random ass movies. Like, holy shit!
true. Yeah.
Especially Samuel L. Jackson.
Deep
Have
Blue
you guys
Sea.
ever seen that random ass movie? Is it like Riding with Evil, where he is basically the devil and he's riding around with Owen Wilson?
What?
Okay, so
Wow.
yes, it's a random duos movie, and I'm not getting the name of it right because why the fuck would I? Because I'm horrible at names. But he is basically like a demon or slash devil, and he just is with this dude, and just the folly of events that happen as the movie unfolds is really fucked up. And just more fucked up than you think it would be. Like, and you're like, huh, well, this is. Yeah, I can't remember
Yeah, I
the name
know.
of it.
It's very detailed.
Yeah,
I
perfect.
can see it in my head.
God, I could Google it, but how fun is it to watch somebody Google it? I'd rather just wildly speculate about the shit I can barely remember.
Well, what do you like about Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
I just love how raw it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
Well,
that
it was a true story. Wasn't
that's
it?
what's
At
fucked
some
up.
point, it was
Yeah.
a true story. And this is what I mean by like the feasibility
Yeah.
of the thing kind of makes it creepier.
Absolutely.
You know,
Some dude
And
walking around with
knowing that
somebody
this
else's
happened
skin
a bit,
on,
you know?
that's
yeah,
fucked up.
I mean, 3 different movies are based on one serial killer. Texas
Right.
Chainsaw Massacre. I just had all 3 of them.
Oh, yeah, you're-
Silence of the Lambs
Yep.
and Psycho, all based on the same guy.
Yeah, Ed
Oh,
Gein.
really?
Yeah, Ed
That makes
Gein.
From
sense.
Wisconsin.
Why is there not like a beautiful documentary about this guy?
There
Is there
is.
one I'm missing?
There is.
God, please send it. And all the people out there, make sure you're killing a bunch of people because we don't want to miss out any documentaries in the future. I've almost watched them all.
Okay.
So don't,
Jesus.
make sure you're out there.
I did like a deep dive into Ed Gein, and that's really interesting because he didn't murder
Oh,
that many
Ed
people.
Gein. Yeah.
He dug people up. But from
No,
what
no, what now?
he
Ed
like
Ed
Gein, the guy who
yeah.
that's based off of, he didn't really like. From what I remember, he only killed like maybe so it's a lot of people if you kill anybody, but he killed like 8 people. I know.
8's not
But
that many.
He dug up like 40 bodies. Of
Wayne
women.
Gacy threw fucking 8 people off a bridge
Yeah.
and buried 30 more under his fucking house.
Yeah.
But Ed Gein like made furniture.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, did he
Out
dig
of
him
these
up? Did he
people.
dig up an early body that they just buried so
Yeah,
the skin would
women.
still be good?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wore his
You don't
mother's
want
skin.
fucked up skin.
He only wore his mother's skin, okay?
Only wore his mother's skin. Really?
Well, he had standards.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
know, it'd be weird if it's somebody else's.
Right. But
You
that's
don't wanna
my,
wear
that's my
somebody-
own
yeah.
mom.
Right, exactly.
I'm
I came
allowed.
from that.
Yeah,
Same
I'm
skin.
I'm half of that.
Same skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that.
I resonate.
That doesn't sell. That doesn't sell.
Yeah.
That's a hard sell.
Yeah.
That's a hard sell. It's only my mom's skin. It's not that big
Yeah.
of a deal.
How weird.
Yeah.
She died
Family.
naturally.
Family.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, there's some fucked up movies out there too.
There are.
But no,
Yeah.
like you can still buy like an Ed Gein
You know what was
sofa,
Yeah.
and it's
Can I-
like
Right.
all the faces.
The
and stuff.
dinner plates.
one random horror movie that just popped into my system that doesn't get the it's called Fallen. It's with Denzel Washington and John Goodman, and it's a spirit that passes back and forth when the person dies and takes over that. Check out Fallen. It's an underrated movie that most people haven't seen. It's he tries to kill it at the end, but the motherfucker he lures him out to a way out in the woods and tries to have him because if this demon can't get to another body when you die, then man, you guys got to see this movie.
Okay,
Check it
Fallen.
out.
So-
Fallen.
So I think there's
Shut up,
different-
Annie.
There's different like subgenres in horror.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm a big fan of the B movie, the campy, like
Yeah, well, those are fun.
you know what I
They
mean? Like, we should all run upstairs.
Yeah.
You know, like
Let's split up.
why do we go upstairs? You know, like there's nowhere to go. You know?
Or the first like Evil Dead where they put like 9,000 doors up.
love
Just
Evil
like-
Dead.
yeah. Oh, that was great.
They're like, where they get these doors from the basement? They have like, they literally like just put doors in the whole entire house. It's fucking
But yeah,
ridiculous.
but you have like this B movie campy thing. You have that realistic like Saw kind of vibe. You have this supernatural
Yeah.
kind of like
You like the psychological.
Yeah.
Yeah, body horror.
Yeah.
I like when it's just one. I like when it's just one
Annabelle.
killer.
Oh, yeah.
Or-
I like when it's like Freddy
Slasher.
or Jason or the Freddy one always freaked me out. It's like I can't go to sleep.
That's my favorite one.
Like this, fuck you, man. Like I
Yeah.
can't go to sleep now.
Yeah.
I
That,
got-
that was
Street's my top.
disturbing, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Especially
like,
whenever Tina's dying on the ceiling and what's his face is like can't see Freddy, but she's dying. That's
Yeah, that is a
Johnny Depp. Going back to Johnny Depp.
one of the coolest scenes maybe in horror right there though. I
It
mean
is.
that's a badass scene.
Hellraiser.
Oh,
Oh my
that
God.
part with
Hellraiser
Frank,
got me,
it's
man.
so good.
I think that's just like the best costume in horror.
Yeah.
Like
For sure.
Like
And
those
then-
movies always had
For
like
sure.
amazing costumes. Like
Well, the
even
child-
like the dudes he
what's his name?
rolled with were scary as fuck.
And like the props all looked old school.
I always
Cool
forgot
as
his
fuck.
name, but the short one, he looks like Drew Carey, and every time I see him, I'm just like, that looks like Drew Carey, like going to like BDSM club or something.
Do you think those are defense mechanisms? Like we see this thing, we go, "Oh, it's Drew Carey. He's not scary."
Oh, maybe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just
Right.
only him. He looked familiar, so maybe I was most scared of him.
Man, I don't know, man. There's just so many different kinds of horror movies. Like even the
That's
first,
what I'm saying. There's
that
a
first
bunch.
Candyman scared the shit
I
out
love
of me.
Candyman was
Candyman.
Crazy.
I
when
did
it
that
first
one.
came out, oh my God!
Oh,
was
that
good.
dude was scarier than shit when he
Yeah.
was. I mean, that shit.
That dude still scares me. I don't care what he's in. He could
Tony
be in a
Todd.
kids
He
movie,
dead
and I'm
now.
Well,
like,
he passed away like a couple
Yeah.
months
Yeah,
ago.
he did die
Yeah.
like here within a year or so.
It was
But-
great seeing him in the last that new Final
Final
Destination.
Oh,
His
yeah.
final
Those
speech
ones freak
was
me out.
completely improvised.
That I mean, our age group it will live
He
and die
couldn't-
by
he-
not driving behind log trucks.
he
Because of
couldn't
Final
do
Destination.
anything.
Yeah.
And before, I saw him as Candyman and everything he ever did after that.
Yeah, it's Candyman.
That
That's the way
happens.
it is.
That happens.
Yeah, he was typecast in my
He-
head.
I actually, so I used to work with celebrities for like a little bit, and Tony Todd actually had something in his contract that every time he got stung by a bee, it was a part where he had all the bees in his mouth, that he would get $1,000.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Yeah.
He had like residuals on bee related.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah.
Bee related cinema shots.
Hey.
If you're making me do a bee again, I'm taking fucking extra money.
Yep, he did.
That must have sucked.
Yeah.
If you still charge him.
Yeah, I get it.
But I like it because what I like about just doing horror movies, there's so many types of horror movies like we're talking about,
Yeah.
and I feel like, so I'll give you like the spiel about why I really kind of dived into horror films.
Yeah, please.
I feel like horror films are really important for people to watch. I think everybody should find the type of horror film that you really like, because to me, they go into like your subconscious, and I feel like it's easier to communicate to people through movies than maybe like words. I always like to tell people this. You'll hear it Thursday if you come. But I think it's so important that whenever we are feeling things, or like we're experiencing trauma or like depression, I could tell
Anxiety?
you all I want. Yeah, I could tell you all I want.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel depressed. You might think like, oh, I'm sad, or like you might think of the depression that you've had. But if I tell you, no, I feel like there's a woman under my bed about to kill me. Or I feel like there's always something in the back of my car whenever I'm driving to work that's just like luring over me. And if I show you a movie like that, I feel like it's a really good way to communicate to people, to show them like, no, this is what I feel on my daily basis.
Yeah.
And I find that horror
You be
films,
checking back seats like a mother.
no, for real. Yeah. And I feel like horror
I
films
never do. I'm a
are,
giant man. It doesn't work. I don't never worry about that.
well, as a woman, I do.
Well, you drive a truck.
I go. I hope you're back there, buddy.
But I find that they also cross into themes that we normally wouldn't be comfortable talking about. For example, one of my favorites is actually The Babadook. I think that's a really important movie, especially for moms to watch, because it's an entire
All right,
spoiler alert.
don't cry. I don't know this movie, so.
The
Well,
Babadook, I
it's
know.
been out for like 10 years.
Okay,
11
well,
years.
spoiler alert the hell out of it. What is this movie?
I'm spoiling it. So it's about a mom essentially who finds this storybook, and then inside of it, as it progresses, she like kills the dog in the storybook, and then there's this thing inside her house, and she has to protect her son from it, and she throws the book away and all this stuff. That's really loose interpretation, but what it is essentially it's about her grieving the loss of her husband, because as she was giving birth on the way to the hospital, they got into a car wreck and he died. So it's her blaming her son for the death of her husband and really hating him. And then at the end of the movie, she gets to learn
Jesus,
how
what
to
a bitch.
live. Yeah, she learns to live with the grief, though, and the monster never goes away. And so I think it's a really great thing for people to watch, especially moms, because it's so true that sometimes you're just not going to like your kid for various reasons, but you can't do that in a romance movie. You can't do that in, like, Little House on the Prairie.
That's a bold statement to take in a fucking movie.
It's
Like,
true, though, and I think...
Well, there's been a couple movies that like dive deep into postpartum depression.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I had a ex-wife that dealt with that, but she knew that she dealt with it. She
Yeah.
took medication and dealt with it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, she knew it was coming. She had three previous kids to
Yeah.
our marriage, but like I've seen that up close. Like it's a real thing.
It is.
And then I saw a couple movies and it freaked me the fuck out. Like
Yeah.
a woman might throw that baby right the fuck out the window.
Like Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah.
Oh
So-
yeah.
so-
I mean, like that's some real shit.
So there's a thing about like horror movies, suspense movies, and things like that, helping with anxiety.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Because we watch this movie, we go through
Fuck
a
not for
little
me.
bit of our problem. We have maybe a panic attack in the middle of that movie a little bit, and it helps us deal with our anxiety. We realize the movie's fake,
Yeah.
but we still go through these emotions because we're invested in that movie as we watch it.
And I think sometimes, depending on the movie and in the state that you're in and what you're watching it,
Yeah.
but I feel like it can really help people. I know it's helped me when I see a monster and how it's interacting with families or strangers. I start to see, I'm like, oh, that's what I'm feeling. And like, oh, like that's what I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
Like
So
It Follows is such a great movie if you guys seen that one yet. So it's actually about STDs.
It Follows?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
kinda-
it's all about STDs and that kind of transfer between people.
it's a weird subject for a horror movie.
It's really good.
I mean,
it's
it's-
horrific.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
horrific,
It could be
yeah.
horrific. Yeah.
I mean, you could consider kids an STD. If
You don't want that.
to.
Yeah. But
Sexually
Jesus.
transmitted
Jesus.
dependence.
Yeah. Well, then you have like
Cut that shit out of here. I mean, edit that fucking.
I mean, I'd
Jesus
rather maybe
Christ.
have syphilis.
you have movies like Jacob Ladder.
I
for
hope my
example.
son and daughter never see this.
Yeah. Did y'all ever see that movie, Jacob's Ladder?
Yes,
So I think that's a great.
that's a fucked up movie.
It is, and that's a horror film because my mom's a Marine. She's a retired Marine.
Yeah,
and
that
so,
one.
like,
That one's fucked. That's
It's
one that
so
leaves you
true,
feeling
though.
sort of fucking some way at the end.
But it's true though, and
Yeah.
and when I watch it with people who are veterans, like I don't want to say they necessarily appreciate the movie, but like they're seeing, and I've been told that they feel like recognized by things.
Yeah.
Because that whole entire like paranoia of somebody following you and like stuff you're not supposed to know, it can get
That's
really get to you.
that's it. Well, I would say, for maybe the converse side of what we were just talking about, if you're a person that's experienced that, it might give you some solidarity and some comfort. If you haven't experienced that, it gives you extremely fucking anxiety.
Absolutely.
So when I watch that
Absolutely,
shit,
yeah.
I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
okay, all right. I can't feel this. Let's move on to something that's a little easier to deal with.
Yeah.
Is there a Bob's Burgers episode I can watch?
Oh, that's the classic.
I need to
right?
watch something funny before I go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
absolutely. I love it.
But I love the ones that are make you think too. I mean, there's one that people miss too. That is a Western tied into kind of a horror movie. It's called Bone Tomahawk.
Oh, good.
Get a fucking watch that
Oh
movie.
my gosh.
And let you feel some kind of way after that.
Yeah, you'll
motherfucker.
definitely feel a certain way.
Holy shit balls.
I've never heard of it. Tell me.
Oh, it's amazing. Kurt Russell and a
Yeah.
couple other
I love
really
Kurt Russell.
couple other big
Patrick
name
Wilson.
yeah, Patrick Wilson. And there's the woman that plays the original his wife that gets captured. I can't remember her name. She's great too. But what happens is a small town, western town, cowpoke town gets pilfered by a cannibalistic Indian tribe that lives in the mountains.
Native American, yeah.
Realistic.
Oh,
Yeah.
See, that's the
man.
realistic part.
And they bring the fucking ruckus, baby.
Bring the
They
fury.
they are willing to quarter and shape your ass and eat you.
Yeah.
They ain't
Ugh.
fucking around.
It's like Hills Have Eyes, but
Yeah,
like Cowboys
but for
and
real.
Native
But for
Americans.
real.
Yeah.
They don't have food out there, so they're eating human beings if you come rolling through.
There's
See,
a
and that's
part-
the scary shit, man. Stretching the reality of a human existence.
That one movie. You'd leave that one, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah. One that did that to me too was Hereditary. That one.
Dude, Hereditary was
got me, and I
great.
like,
Oh, well, that was another
yeah.
good one.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I kind of like, with that a little bit of the weirdness, a little bit of the drama, and not too. I don't need the everlasting gore.
Yeah.
The everlasting gore is just like always. I
Well-
feel like it's like shock.
My
Part.
my
And then-
favorite movies are psychological. The gore
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
be secondary, if anything.
Well, and sometimes it has a place, but like I don't need you to. I don't really need you to skin every inch of this guy. I gotta watch it.
I always really liked how Quentin Tarantino handled
I
gore.
love Quentin Tarantino.
You know, I liked how he handled gore like comic book.
Yeah.
You know, like if I cut your head off, it's a huge spread.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
well,
You know,
especially
it's,
Kill
it's,
Bill.
it's unreasonable.
Yeah.
It's unreasonable. It's
Especially-
comic book,
Especially Kill
and,
Bill.
and it takes the gore out.
It goes
of
pretty.
You
It
know?
goes pretty real when you're talking fucking Reservoir
I
Dogs
was
when he
gonna
rips
say,
his
yeah.
ear off.
Yeah.
Well, there
What a
you go,
great
there
scene
you go.
that is. And you know how hard. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
have ever seen Quentin Tarantino talk about that scene. They wanted him to rip that scene from that movie.
Yeah.
And he was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck you, I'm not doing it."
I love when he's on the interview, and then she's like, "Why is there so much gore?" And he's like, "Cause it's fun, Jan." That's my favorite part.
Well, he's great. Like I would tell anybody, do
Yeah.
you? Everybody, do you? Like, don't let people try to tell you what you want. If you got a dream and you got a vision, fuck them.
Well, fit the shoes of the vision. You know what I mean? Like, if the vision is this kind of like crazy ass fucking thing with, fit the shoes
from
of
dusk
the
till
thing.
dawn,
You know,
Jesus
fit
Christ.
the shoes.
I mean, it's the goofiest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Absolutely.
Kill Bill, fit the shoes.
Love it.
You know what I mean?
Inglourious
Like,
Bastards.
yeah. Oh man.
Well, and that's a remake, and most people don't realize that
Yeah.
that's an actual remake. You get her for.
Well, you just.
But before we get too far deep into this, make sure you guys pimp everything that you can. Give all the shout outs to your guys' pages, to ICT Live.
I'd love to find out more about what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure. We got shows.
Yeah,
I mean,
I like this.
You could definitely do a lot of shows here if you can. It's up to you.
Absolutely.
But yeah, give you guys all your guys' creds out.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just check out ICT Live for any shows that I might be putting together.
You got more shows coming up than this one.
You got to come to these.
Pimp
two.
them all out. Pimp them all out. You're all great.
As of right now, I'm kind of slowing down a little bit. But coming up here in a few months, we're doing Jenny Jack and I are doing a suicide awareness benefit show.
Oh,
So we got that coming up.
Where's that going to be?
Barleycorns.
Nice.
That's my place. That's
Yeah,
my
shout out
home
to-
away from home.
Shout out to Jenny. We love Jenny Jack.
So
And
yeah,
shout out to JB for letting these go down.
yeah.
Well, and
Justin is
JB's
freaking
are-
amazing.
Amazing. Yeah.
And other than the Jenny Jack show, he's got these two great shows coming up this week, Thursday and Friday. You got a chance to.
You're always doing something cool, man.
You got a
I
chance.
love
You got a chance to hang out with the birthday boy. You got a chance to watch a movie. You got a chance to kick it and see the first Jason Voorhees ever. You get to hang out with Madam May. I mean, God. I mean, how much fun are we doing this week?
Can everybody bring a paddle, like their own paddle? I mean, you're gonna be.
We gonna spank him
Well, yeah.
with an oar.
Yeah.
We bring an our. Bring your oars.
Well, I think that everybody should bring.
We
a
get a
paddle.
full swing on this ass.
If everybody gets one, then we should be
Sanitation
about
threaten
that.
me.
He ain't
Yeah,
even.
good time.
He's not even mad about it. He can't wait. He bent over a little bit. And
That's all I'm telling you, man.
he's like,
Kinky motherfucker, my brother.
He's
man.
like, well,
That's all I'm
maybe if you got a
Don't
couple
threaten me with a good time.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
doing. I got you, baby. I got you.
So you got? What do you want to pimp the stuff you got going on during the year? Like,
Yeah. So actually, I just started traveling this year with my show, so we're actually traveling
Nice.
across the country. So unfortunately, on Friday the 13th, I'll actually be in Kansas City. So if you're in Kansas City, come see me. We're doing Freddy vs. Jason,
Nice.
and we're doing a Jason Voorhees birthday party.
Where will you do that?
At
At?
but you won't have Jason Voorhees there, will you?
No.
Oh, well,
But he'll
maybe
be there Saturday.
Maybe our party's a little cooler on that
Yeah,
day.
I know.
But where will you do this at?
At Stray Cat.
Stray
Oh,
Cat.
badass!
Yeah.
I know that
so
place.
we're gonna
Very
start
cool.
try and do more shows there with them, and then our next show is we're going to Salt Lake City next Tuesday, and we're doing Nightmare on Elm Street. And so,
Bring it to the Mormons.
Yeah, that's right. Then we're also
they're
going
always,
to.
They're always willing to get a little scared out there.
I think so.
Yeah.
We're going to Portland, Oregon at some in July, and then we're also going to Albuquerque in July, and then in September we're going to New Orleans, and then we have a couple other shows. So,
So you're just balling all over.
yeah.
Yeah,
This.
why not?
I mean, I feel like if the Mormons will believe the shit they were told, you could sell them anything from a goddamn horror movie.
It's okay because I was Mormon. We can.
I am right now. So.
Are you?
Uh-huh. That's right.
He's
Praise
he's-
Joseph Smith.
Yeah, I mean Joseph Smith and his beautiful set of glasses he found in the.
Just keep it.
You guys
down.
want to go
They're-
through it? You guys
they're-
want to go through this shit?
No, not
They're
really.
rocks.
Yeah, and only he could read them.
The
you
Urim
know?
and the Thummim.
Yeah.
it's-
He's
yeah,
bril-
it's
he's
not-
a
let's
he's a
not-
brilliant man.
Absolutely. Hey, talk about horror movies.
Let's not
if
go
they
into
made that
this.
if they made any Bibles into a movie, it'd be a horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Let's
I
not-
mean, all of
let's
it's
not do
all of
this.
it's horse shit. But I mean, the Mormon one's a little rough.
Well, I also have
Glasses.
my podcast that I do as well.
Yeah. Excellent.
Oh yeah, bet.
So it's called Witches of Wichita. So,
Witches of Wichita.
Yeah, we
I love
focus
it.
mostly on the horror movies that we're about to watch or that we just did watch, and then we have special guests on there. Like we've had a cryptozoologist, Daniel, shout out. Yeah.
Excellent.
So whenever we did Signs and Mothman Prophecies, we had our cryptozoologist come on, and then I've had a couple other. Sorry for anyway I'm blanking on, but I've had other special guests because each movie that we do, we try to stay on key. And so we did like Evil Dead just recently
Okay,
in
I have like
Arkansas.
10. I have like 10 questions.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
So, do you watch the movie while you're doing the podcast?
No.
Dude, you guys should do that
I
like
know.
a science theater type.
I
Fucking
have a
thing.
Patreon.
And shit on it.
Commentary,
Yeah, and like
It's
shit
a
on
lot
it.
of work.
It
So
is.
that's the thing.
It is, but that'd be fun. So you have guests.
Yeah.
Is this a weekly show? Where can we find it? All these things.
It's on Spotify. It's like a monthly show. So my team is only like me and one other person. And so, her name's Saint. So shout out to Saint. And then I do have a co-host on the podcast, Fatality, who's a drag performer here in town.
Excellent.
And so,
Fatality?
yeah,
Damn, that's
Fatality.
some Mortal Kombat shit.
I know, it's pretty great. She's
Right?
awesome.
Yeah, badass.
And then I also have 4
She
jobs.
dressed up like
so
fucking
doing all this is a
Sub-Zero?
lot.
Yeah. Sounds like
Sub-Zero.
a lot.
Yeah,
Sounds like a
Fatality.
lot.
Yeah. But it's a lot of fun. And then, our next show, unfortunately, our spot just closed down. So we're trying to figure it out. Because I also do a charity event for women people who have periods every year. And so last year we did Carrie, which was a lot of fun. And then 2 years ago we did Ginger Snaps. So this year we're going to be doing a different kind of movie.
Hell yeah.
So you fit these podcasts in also while you're traveling out amongst the country?
Yeah.
So you get to come back here a little bit sometimes through some of them and do your podcast and then roll back out?
Yeah, we usually we do our podcast at the Advanced Learning Library if you guys need a free AV studio.
Very nice.
A shout out to the library. I love libraries. It's like one of my favorite things.
I mean, and not so much me. I'm not good at being quiet.
The AV studio it's soundproof. It's fine.
I mean, they're like, no, buddy.
I know,
They
you're
see
too
me
loud.
walking in from the fucking.
The
I
new
don't
library.
Even get to the door. They're like, no.
The new library they built is really cool.
It is.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
And they have classes about different
I
things.
can't
every
get
once in
within
a while.
100 feet. They're like,
It's awesome.
you're too loud, buddy.
You're too loud.
You're still talking, and I'm like, well, just come let me. Come
They
in for a
meet
little
his ass in the parking lot. They go,
They'll give
"Sir,
me the
before
books,
you come
but
in,
they're like, won't let me in.
before you come in, we got to talk
They'll give me the
about a
books and
couple
just won't let me
things,
in.
you know?
But Wichita libraries actually have done a lot of cool shit here lately,
Yeah,
especially
I agree.
if you're a West Sider. The Westlake Library totally upgraded a ton. All jokes aside, there's a lot of fun, cool shit going on at the Wichita libraries here in town.
Last year we did 2 years ago.
Please
Daniel,
let me in.
Please let me in. Daniel, he actually started this Scary Stories for Adults, and then I hosted it last year, and he asked me to host it again this year. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that quite yet, but he asked me to. So
New and breaking info.
I know, breaking news. So in
Dun, dun,
October,
dun, 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 dun.
they'll have this thing where they ask like different people in the community to go and read like a chapter or a story from books. Like last year, we had like Edgar Allan Poe, and then we had
Nice.
readings from different.
Make
kind
sure
of
you can
books.
read.
Yeah.
Before you do this.
Just come listen.
Yeah, make sure
come
you-
listen.
You don't have to
Practice
be
at
able to
home,
read.
maybe.
They're gonna read it for you.
Yeah.
Make sure you. Do you do voices if you read? Like if there's.
You
reading?
should, you
yeah,
should.
if
Yeah,
you're really
you
into
should.
it. You're really into it for the kids. Shit.
It's for adults, but yeah.
Oh, you read for adults?
Yeah, it's Scary Stories.
That's
for
a little bit
adults.
weird.
I don't think so.
No, make the
Uh,
voices anyway.
yeah,
I think
absolutely.
so too.
I would get to a hard word and be like, you know it?
Do you know it? Yeah, sound it out.
you know what that says?
So, anything else you guys want to get into before we tie a bow on this bad boy? Anything?
Come out to the Hyde Out on Thursday. Come out to Barleycorns on Friday.
So
I'm excited.
So
man.
we're at 20.
I think this is cool.
We're at 20 piece to get in and come hang out all night Thursday. And what time do we let
Meet
the
the
doors?
first Jason.
What time do we let the doors open on that one?
See, what is that movie?
6:30?
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
movie starts at 6:30
No, doors open at 6:30,
And
and,
we-
then the show will start at 7.
at 7.
There you go.
So make sure you get out here. We're gonna have a lot of fun all night.
Get here at 6:30. Don't be that asshole that shows up at 7:15.
Yeah.
We're all sitting here watching the movie, and your ass walks
And you're like
in the
doing
back.
that like sidewalk.
Come
into
on,
the,
man. Come
you know
on.
that?
Show up at the right time. Don't be the asshole
Me
to
and Matt
disturb
now,
my
'cause
movie.
we go see movies,
You feel
so.
me? Like
Well, luckily we have trivia beforehand, so I'm under the
There you go,
impression
there
come
you
before
go.
8.
Give us one trivia question.
Yeah. Ooh. See, I don't even, I
Boom.
don't,
You're
I don't know
You're-
any questions.
You're, on. You're all right.
Make
Try
up
and
some
Take
shit.
a minute. Take a minute.
Fucking Matt will know
Is
it.
there like a 2-for on tickets? Like if you come on Thursday, do you get like $5?
Oh, do you want to
Ooh,
talk about the
maybe?
prize for trivia?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, the first place prize for the trivia is free admission into the show on Friday.
Boom.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you can come here. You can
So
hang
make sure you
out,
show
do
up
some
for the trivia. You can get
There
into
you
a
go.
$25 show the following day for free.
Know
Yeah,
your
$50 for
horror
free.
movies.
Yeah.
2 tickets.
Yeah, badass.
So I don't
it's
think
2
I
tickets.
don't think Madam May is playing around. I think she's going to
that's
ask
fine.
you the real deal.
I do.
You better know your stuff.
It's a lot of fun.
better know your stuff.
Can we cheat? Yeah. I can show it to you.
No phones. No phones.
We get in free for the most shit anyway. Why would you try to cheat on it? For Christ's sakes, get out of here. But yes, if you gave us the answers before so we look smart to all our friends that are standing by.
We'll do a run through beforehand. Absolutely. One of the questions is, actually, I'll tell you this one because it's kind of a trick question.
Well, here it is.
Here we go.
Boom.
Yeah, so I have a YouTube video of Jeepers Creepers where they're in
Love
the
it.
car and they're listening to the song, and the question is, who sings the song in that version? So, I'll let people think for a moment. Who sings the song?
One. Like if
I
they
know.
watch the show, they get the
It's Susie Sue and the Banshees.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was right there. I was just about to say that.
Well, we all know the song. We
Yep,
all know the
Jeepers
song.
Creepers.
Jeepers, creepers.
Yeah.
Where'd
You're
you
about
get
to
those
fucking die.
peepers?
That's what I hear. Shit, you're fucking about to die when that shit goes on. I close my eyes. Would you guys just sit there?
my eyes.
Would you guys just sit there and wait for death and like not give them the?
Can I
Would you
tell
give?
you?
Would you guys give them the satisfaction of like? How do you go out in a horror movie? How's everybody's like picture perfect?
Oh.
I go out. in a
Blaze of
horror movie.
glory, man. Blaze of glory. I attack.
I feel like I roll my car running from him on the highway. Ah!
I'd probably just kill myself, to be honest, because I don't want to deal with afterwards.
No,
Like
then you
zombie
got to
movies,
deal with
like,
all
I
that.
don't want to deal with
Then
it.
you got to deal with all that Jesus crap. Now am I going to hell because I fucking killed myself?
The deal is, I'm going to attack because I want to be killed immediately.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to be captured
you're
and
going-
tortured.
So you're going in
I'm,
with like
I'm,
a
gonna,
rake,
I'm going
He's
in.
going in with like
in
a
a
rake.
blaze of attack.
like
Okay.
a shit weapon. He's got a
I
rake.
know.
Yeah.
A rake. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a 2-inch pocket knife.
He
I'm
doesn't even
running
have
in.
he doesn't even have a hard rake. He has like the soft leaf rake.
My
I'm
favorite
going
thing
in.
about Jeepers Creepers, and I brought this up to somebody the other day. So he has like custom license plate, right?
Yeah.
So that means he had to go to the DMV. I
Yeah.
always think that's so funny.
Who is that registered?
Yeah, like, who is this?
Or
Like-
he's been in jail before and he knows how to pound out license plates.
There you go.
Boom,
Yeah.
alternate.
There it
Didn't
is,
think
there
about
it
that
is,
one.
There it
You're
is.
right.
Yo.
Yeah.
This guy's been drinking
He's
all day.
a Florida
see?
man too. So
A Florida.
he is. It's down in Florida. So yeah.
I mean, it already looked like he made his own clothing.
yeah.
So I think he could pound out a fucking license plate, maybe.
Madam May, Matt. This is a 3M kind of a deal, isn't
Absolutely.
it? Madam May, Matt, I love you guys very much. Thanks for
Love you
coming
so
on the
much.
That's
episode.
what
Hey,
Right.
every year we got time for Matt's birthday bash. He always does something fun, cool.
Yeah.
The fact that we
Every
got to
time.
bring in Madam May, and we're gonna get to see
Amazing.
the original Jason Voorhees, and it's all on Friday the 13th that it showed up. I mean, how fucking awesome is that, guys? If you can't get down with that, what the hell are we doing here? Matt's putting on metal shows and horror movies. What else do you want?
We're bringing on the best in the city. And
What
if,
the
and
hell
if
else
you
do
don't
you want?
attend, if you're not a part of it, it's really your fucking
Yeah, if
fault.
you miss it, Madam
I mean,
May's
it's your
going to
fault.
fucking
It's your
Utah.
fault. Yeah.
If you fuck up,
Kansas City.
she's gonna be gone.
Yeah,
Kansas
Kansas
City
City
and then
first.
Utah.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, you never know what's going to happen. So make sure you guys get tickets for this. Come out to the Hyde Out. Come out to Barleycorns. These are going to be 2 great shows. Make sure you get with all our sponsors. Anything else, Matt, you got for us?
That's all from me.
I love
Happy
you very
birthday,
much. Happy
motherfucker.
birthday,
Happy
motherfucker.
birthday.